Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 13th. It is 6:27 right now. We have market opening up in about 3 minutes. I'm gonna mark up liquidity real quick and then we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few levels here to update. Going down to the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 10 minute, and back down to the 1 minute here. All right, looks like we are good to go, guys. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 13th. It is 6:29 right now. We have market opening up in less than a minute. Momentum breakout for today is going to be a buy if anybody's looking to take that. And I'll take a look at the momentum orb entry once market opens up. So here we go, guys. Market is now open. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this up right here. A little bit of some choppiness here on the open. Here goes the opening candle. Overall market structure here is pretty bullish, so I'll be looking for some possible buys here. Looking over here at the overall market trend, 1 minute's bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 15 minutes bullish. This indicates that price is likely to continue pushing up higher. Looking on the higher time frames, everything is bullish as well. So we do have a pretty strong overall bullish bias. The problem with this here is that since everything here is very consistent in one direction, you might get some price manipulation. So you can see right here, price is being manipulated to the downside. This could be temporary and then price might just swing right back up. So this here could be a temporary drop to the downside because everything is so obvious, right? For a buy right now, that price here is just going to stop people out and then it's going to fake out right back to the top. So come down, probably grab liquidity and then swing all the way back up. That's kind of what's happening here. You can see a big sweep and then price is now pushing all the way back up. So you want to be careful when it's like a little too obvious, right? When it's too obvious like that, you're going to see stuff like this happen, price manipulation, market manipulation, etc. And that's just part of the game, right? Market gets manipulated like this all the time. They can't make it too easy to make money in the market, or else everybody would make money in the market. So got some price manipulation here. Price is now right back up. Orb entry here is probably going to be for a buy, of course. I probably will mainly be looking for a buy here. I got to follow the liquidity though and the direction of price, of course. So of course I'll be waiting for this here to actually close before I take anything. All right, the price action here is very, it's what I call choppy. It's like, or blocky. So you can see here that these candles here are very blocky. They're not very smooth. They're pushing up and down pretty nicely, but they're like blocky pushes. Like it pushes up, kind of freezes up a little bit, then pushes up higher, then freezes up and kind of ends up down here. It's not like a smooth, continuous, like up, 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 right? It's like more of a up, freeze, bounce back and forth. The orb here is probably going to set up pretty soon, guys. So the orb high right here is at 44,768. 44,768. I'll be looking to possibly get into the orb here, but you can see over here that price is blocky, just like I said, right? So price here pushed above it, didn't actually close. There's no orb there yet. We need price to actually close above this area right here, 44,768, for us to get that orb entry. So there's no orb entry here yet. The momentum breakout over here, let's see what it played out to be. I think it's either still running or it hit already. Okay, so the momentum breakout for the day already hit right here, guys. Full TP right there for 50 points. There goes the momentum breakout. The orb here hasn't came up yet. I'll mainly be looking for some buys here, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. It hasn't came up here yet, so we will continue to wait. There is a high-low break and retest right here. It was a messy high-low break and retest, so not one that I would necessarily be looking to take here, but it is currently still running, it looks like. Yeah, like I said, I don't like this price action right now. It's a little too blocky for me. So this was a high-low break and retest. Price broke above this higher high, retested on this red candle right here, and then pushed up higher. I don't like when the target gets hit already. Like for example, here, see how price pushed up already 40 points, came back down, then it's pushing back up. I don't like when this stuff happens because it's not a smooth push, right? Like I'm looking for this type of pattern. Price to break above, retest, and push up through. This over here, it was more so like a break, continuation, retest, and then a fill on the range right here back to the upside. So there's a high-low break and retest currently running right here. I'm not in the position. I don't know if it already hit because this candle over here was already up. It looks like it's about to hit right now if it does push up higher from where it's currently at. The orb here looks like it might be trying to set up at 44,768. Again, you have to wait for it to actually close above it. I need to have a consistent close above it. If it keeps testing this orb high, I'm just not going to take it. I've seen this price action before. If price keeps testing it, doesn't actually break past it, it's typically not going to actually break through. It might just fake out and pull back into the lower range, right? So I'll be watching the price action here. We are above it at this point. Again, right here, I'll be looking for possible opportunity for the orb. If this pushes past the 40 points, then I'm just not going to take it because it's going to be considered overextended for me. But I'll be looking to take the orb here if this here does close above it. I'm going to keep watching the price action here. Like I said, if it keeps pulling back below and it's not a consistent hold above, then I'm not going to take it. It's like this right here. See how this is pulling right back? I don't like that price action right there. It's got to hold above it. Because if it keeps whipsawing back and forth, then it puts me in a bad position right here. So I think I'm going to hold off on this orb high, guys. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. But this orb here is not looking super great because the price action is not consistent. See how price pushed up, faked out, pulled right back below. Again, right here, price pushed up, faked out, pulled back below. We don't like that price action because it just shows that price doesn't have enough power to actually stay above this area. The last thing I want to do is take an orb entry. It keeps testing, 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 finally breaks above it, closes, comes down here, pulls into the range, and then shoots right back up, right? You guys have seen this happen before. So I don't like the price action here. If you guys do want to take the orb, feel free to take it. I'll follow it for you guys if it does finally come up. But right now you can see again, price is having trouble actually holding above. So it's having trouble holding above this area. I'll look for other opportunities along the way, but here we go. There's a high-low break and retest full TP right there. Other than that, there's nothing else right now. There's a sweep down here. So a couple entries here which kind of lined up with each other. We had a sweep which was down here. The sweep lined up with the high-low break and retest. And now we have a possible orb entry here setting up. So the orb here did finally close above it, guys. If you guys do want to take this for an orb entry, you can either enter at market right there when the candle closed, or you can set your pending order right here at the 44,768. It does not look like my retest is going to fill here. It looks like price is probably going to push to the target for 40 points before it comes back down for retest. So not in this position here. If you took it as a regular orb entry, full TP right there, as price would have broken close past that area, would have entered on the close. For me, I look for the retest. So either way, no entry here for me. And I'm just playing it a little safe. little conservative today. There's no need to force anything, of course. So, all right, there goes the orb entry. So a lot of entries here have hit already. Momentum breakout right here hit for full TP, 50 points. We had a sweep from down here. We had a high-low break and retest right here. Um, we had an orb entry right here. The orb didn't retest for the fill, so my retest wouldn't have filled. But if you taken the close, I would have pushed right past it right there already. But everything is lining up exactly how we anticipated. Overall market structure here is bullish. Overall trend here is bullish, so we'll be looking for some buys here. I'll just look for price to retrace back, continue back up, retest, and go in for this high-low break and retest if we do have that opportunity there. Don't have anything here yet, but we'll keep looking. Hey, Sam. Sue's here so far. Morning, Daniel. Morning, CJ. Morning, Steven. Morning, Lila. Morning, Maria. Morning, everybody. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing here right now, guys. The orb entry already hit, so I wouldn't be taking this anymore. It never came back down to retest it, so I'm not going to be looking to get into this here. But if you guys did take the close above for regular orb, full TP on that one, momentum breakout, full TP, and then we're going to be looking for some continuation entries here. So what I'm looking for here to happen is I'm looking for a high to be established. Once the high here is established, I'm going to look for the retrace back down, and then I'm going to look for it to break and close above it, retest it, and push up higher. That's where my entry is going to be is going to be taken. So just got to be patient. The trade's going to come to us. Eventually, it will come up and play out. But right now, price is it's still swinging up higher. So we'll see what happens here in a few. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, it looks like we're going to be waiting a bit because this here is pretty overextended. Let me measure this from down here. So it's pretty extended out. It's not super overextended, but it is pretty extended out. It's up about 150 points. So 150 points right here from this consolidation zone. If you measure it from London session earlier this morning, it's up about 300 points. So it's pushed up pretty high with little to no reversal or actual retracement. Price over here did push up, consolidated, pushed up higher, consolidated, pushed up higher, consolidated, and then broke out from this point. But there hasn't been any actual retracement back down. So if you're measuring it from London session, about a 350 point push to the upside. If you're measuring it from the most recent consolidation right here, about 150 points. So it's very bullish right now. And I wouldn't necessarily chase it, unless you have a strategy that you're following for that continuation up. Yeah, nothing here right now. I'm going to clean this up a little bit because we're now a little farther above. So let's see. I have some structure down here, but it's kind of irrelevant because price is so far above, but I'll mark it up anyways. So we have some structure down here. Nothing crazy. It's just some support levels. I'll just make this one big level. Yeah, it's just support levels turn resistance or resistance turn support from earlier this morning. Nothing crazy at all. But you guys can see the chop down here. So price pretty much consolidated right here down this morning and then right back up. All right, so we got the higher high right here. Yeah, price retracing back down. So what I'm going to be looking for here, guys, is for a low to be established. Once a low has been established here, I will be looking for opportunity for continuation to the upside. Steven's asking, okay, so no more orb for today? Yeah, no orb for today, Steven. The orb's already pretty much done with, so There's no entry for it there. We'll try again tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow if it hits, but yeah, this thing just pushed up too high. I pushed up too high and there just wasn't any retracement for fill. So only one orb entry per day, Steven. Let's keep that in mind. Everything's still very bullish, so I'm waiting for that retracement. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green. Pivots are angling to the upside. Divergence here is bullish on the 5 and 15. It's flipping right here on the 1. This indicates that we're in a very strong bullish trend with regard to the lower time frames. Looking on the higher time frame, same thing, right? 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are angling to the upside. And divergence is also shifting up. So divergence here is going sideways on the 1 hour and 4 hour, but it's going up on the 30-minute here. We do have a low here, guys. It's not established yet, but we do have a pending low right there. Looks like we're going to go into a consolidation phase right here. So what I would need to see is I would need price action to really push above this area. I don't want to see this consolidate for too long. Or if it does consolidate for too long, I'll be waiting for it to actually have some volatility where it pushes above this area, retest this level at 44,829 and continue up higher. So the next entry point right here is going to be at 44,829. 44,829 is where I'm going to be looking for this. All right, so let's see what happens here. I'm going to follow the price action, of course. This would have to for sure close above it, guys. Like I said earlier, I'm not looking for this to kind of be choppy around this area. I need it to actually close above it and stay above that area. If it continues to pull back below, I'm not going to take it, but I'll be looking for a possible high-low break and retest right here. This candle is going to close in about 10 seconds. So I'm looking for this here. It's closing in about 5 seconds. Entry is going to be at 44,829.
Order submitted.
So I put my pending order right there. If it doesn't fill on this candle, I'm going to cancel it. So pending order is waiting right here. Again, if it doesn't fill on this candle, I'll be canceling it. Price pushed up quite a bit. If it pushes past the 40 right here, I'm also going to cancel it. Let's see, we got 38 seconds on this candle. It's not looking like it's going to fill, so I might have to cancel this here. We got 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. Yeah, it's not going to fill, guys. I'm going to cancel my order. All right, order is canceled.
Order canceled.
And now we wait for the next one. So again, guys, here, I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes right through and goes straight to TP, but there was no retest here, so no fill on my high-low break and retest. But my analysis here is still playing out perfect. I expected it to go up. It is going up. There's just no retest for my fill. And there it goes as it continues to take off. So if you guys want to take these entries, you don't have to wait for the retest, right? You can enter on the close. It's just a different strategy. I'm looking for the high-low break and retest. If you just want to take the high-low scalp, as soon as this candle closed up here, you could have taken this for a buy. If you would have taken that, there you go. This price pushes up to your target. So again, I'm just waiting, guys, waiting for that next opportunity. My analysis here is playing out perfect. Like I called it earlier, I'm only looking for buys here. You guys can see the structure over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour. Everything's bullish. So everything's very bullish here. If you guys want to chase it, feel free to chase it. I'm just not comfortable with chasing positions anymore. For me, I like putting pending orders, so I'm not going to get into it. But it looks like that 40 is about to get hit right there. And this would fall under the high-low scalp. We had this candle right here break and close past this higher high, bullish momentum, bullish trend, bullish structure, bullish everything. So there you go, full TP right there for the high-low scalp, if you guys took that. All All right, so again, we are going to be waiting for the next opportunity here. Unfortunately, there's no entries for me yet, but everything here is hitting pretty nicely. So depending on what strategies you guys are looking to take, market orders, limit orders, breakouts, etc., every entry here is pretty much hit for the day. Momentum breakout right there, full TP, couple scalps here. We had a sweep, high-low break and retest, high-low scalp, and then the orb entry over here as well with no retracement. So I'll be waiting for the next one. Visual over here hit 100 points for the 2-minute orb. Nice work, Visual. Great profits on that one. CJ took the market flow V2 entry at 44,760, wrote it up to 40 points. Nice. Okay, solid work, CJ. Yeah, so CJ over here took a MPS, or not MPS, market flow right here at 44,760. Yeah, solid work right there. And this thing is still pushing up. So the good thing here is that the analysis is playing through. Market's doing exactly what we expected it to do. If you look over here at my overall daily bias for day, it is bullish with high conviction, right? So I already pretty much called this before price even pushed up. My overall market bias was bullish with high conviction. Both fundamentals and technicals point upwards. Micro or macro tailwinds from rate cut expectations, lower yields, and global equity strength align with a fully bullish chart structure on all major timeframes. Only cautious flag is short-term overbought momentum readings, which can cause intraday pullbacks, which is what I talked about this morning, right? That's what I mentioned earlier. I said be careful for the manipulation and temporary pullbacks because it's just going to happen. That's just part of like market structure, and there's nothing that you can really do to prevent it. All right. So now we continue to wait. Price is pushing up still. I gotta wait for that retracement. Right. So we got this new high here, which is pending. All right, guys, we are looking for this here to provide opportunity, but there's just nothing here for me to take right now. Let's see. Visual said 45.20 to 45.50. Could be reversal zone if we get there. 45. Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, price has reached that point. I mean, it's pretty high up, but if you know, there's no, I don't think price is not going to reach that point. It's like 100 points further up. So we'll see. I'm looking for the high here to be established. There's no high here yet. So the high keeps getting pushed up higher. We initially had a higher high right here. Now it's up here. Once this has been established, I'll mark that up as the higher high. And then from there, I'll look for retracement back down and continuation up higher. But this thing's been pretty overextended right now. It's pretty overextended, so I'm not looking to chase anything here. Um, Yeah, I mean, looking back at the high-low break and retest, this would have been a pretty nice entry. The only problem with this here was the it happened on the opening candle, so not exactly. This would probably be the only entry that I would have gotten into because this is the only one that's set up for a retest. The thing that I'm going to be a little more concerned about is the volatility here because the volatility has already pushed up through this point, and now if we get up here, you know, I wouldn't want to be trading in a sideways market. So I'll have to keep watching the price action here, make sure I don't get caught up in anything. CJ said, I feel you, Sean. I'm not into chasing entries either. After working so hard to pass and maintain these 300K counts, you move differently. Yeah, 100%. You know, I've kind of gotten to that point where I don't care to chase trades anymore. In the past, I have chased trades. You guys know my other strategies that I've used in the past, like the, the micro scalp strategy, right? The micro scalp strategy, that would have been perfect for this type of market. Because if you would have taken the micro scalp entry here, like there's so many entries here you could have taken because this thing kept pushing up with no retracement or drawdown. So yeah, micro scalp right there, there. Price would have pulled back down. Another micro scalp right there, and flattened out right here. So about like 10 entries right there almost. Micro scalps. I know some of you guys still apply the micro scalp strategy. There's nothing wrong with that strategy. It's just you know, we haven't seen markets like this, like these strong bull runs or bear runs in a long time. You know, typically we get like a small little push up and then it goes back into a range, right? But today and yesterday and the pretty much this whole week, we've had some pretty strong pushes in one direction with little to no retracement, of course. But yeah, everything here is extremely bullish, guys. Like extremely bullish. All of my screeners right here, everything is super, super bullish. The confluences are super strong. Um, So, you know, with that being said, I would just be very careful taking buys here because, you know, what comes up has to come down eventually. So, you know, you measure the overextension from today. So from this lower low to this high point right now, it's about 271 points. If you measure it from London session, it's even more. So you measure it from London session over here, this thing's pushed up almost 600 points, it looks like. So just be careful because this thing's going to have to come down. Or 400. It's like 430. If it does push up any higher, it's going to get to that point. But this is a very, very strong push to the upside. Um, I mean, you know, there's always going to be the bigger players who are going to try to shake the buyers out, right? The buyer's going to get shaken out at some point. So just want to be smart about it. All right, looks like I'm going to wait here for a bit. All right, I'm going to watch the price action here. We have a high established now, so this could be a possible high-low break and retest at 44,955. It's pushing an open space over here, so this could continue climbing. 44,955. So we got price breaking past this area. I don't like the price action here. I need it to actually close above it, like actually close above it, not on the line. So with this being the case, I don't think I'm going to be looking to take this here as high-low break and retest. Yeah, it didn't actually close above it, so there's no confirmation or entry there yet. Again, this is what I was warning about. Be careful because the volatility here is going to start to flatten out. If it starts to flatten out like this is not going to be time to take entries. At this point, it's now time to just sit back. So I'll keep watching it right here, but like I said earlier, this was bound to happen. Price is going to flatten out. Eventually, once price flattens out, there may be a continuation of higher, or there may be a reversal to the downside. But you guys can see here the volatility is pretty much kind of died out now. So I'll be looking at these candles, how they're moving. If it continues to move slow like this, definitely not going to look for any entries here. So this higher high right here, this initial one is still going to be the structure of importance. This new higher high has not been established. If there's a new low here, then this here is going to get pushed up higher. Sell signal right there. There's no other structure on this area. I don't have any support resistance. Price is kind of far out right now. Yeah, I have no structure up here. All right, looks like price here is probably going to stay flat around this area. I would need a pretty strong increase of volatility, so I would need a pretty strong push up, like a big punch, just a punch to the upside, a retracement continuation. If it's a slow climb like this, probably not going to mess with it. I need some volatility here. Yeah, I definitely need some volatility here. All right, yeah, it looks like market is flattening out right here at 7 o'clock. So we'll see here if price ends up continuing to the upside. This is the new 1 hour candle. If you go over here real quick, let's go to the higher time frames. The 1 hour candle here is extremely huge. So you want to be careful because when a candle is really big like that, this is probably going to retrace back down to the halfway mark and then continue back up higher, or it may retrace to the full candle and reverse back down, right? Two things that can happen here, either retracement to the halfway mark, continuation back up, or retracement to the entire candle and reversal back down. So the 1 hour candle here is huge. It is due for retracement. It's a 276 point candle for the 1 hour. All right, so this high here that we initially marked up, guys, it's pretty much been invalidated. It's been mitigated because there's a new low here. This new higher high is going to be the new one. Same with this lower low right here, or this higher low. It's been mitigated with this lower low. There's two things that are going to happen here. Price is either going to fake out, pull back into the range, and bounce back and forth, or this is going to be a reversal and swing back lower from there. So, all right, if you guys are just joining in, a couple entries which have came up today. We had the momentum breakout hit full TP right here, 50 points or 100 points, depending on what you were aiming for. We had the orb over here, which hit for 100 points as well. Didn't take the trade there because it never came back to retest. We had a sweep that happened here on open, high-low break and retest, high-low scalp, and we're looking for another opportunity right here. But again, this higher low has been invalidated. We have new structure down here, and we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, we'll go from there. All right, not much going on here, guys. Just some heavy consolidation down the middle. The ATR is at 20 right now, so the volatility actually didn't pump up very heavily from this push to the upside. It was just a consistent flow to the upside. Nothing too crazy with any abnormal candles, aside from this opening one right here. Everything else has been pretty much smooth. So we got price pushing back up right here. Again, if you guys want to take this as a high-low break and retest, it's going to be at 44,961. Only problem here is that we are in a consolidation phase. So it's going to be a little tricky to take the buys here. You don't want to get caught in a possible fake out. So I'll keep watching the price action here. Again, I would need it to actually push up pretty strongly. I don't want it like a slow, like where it closes right at the line, which is kind of what's happening right here. It's a little too close, but not close enough. All right, so no close right there. It might close on this next candle. But again, I'm going to keep watching it right there. So we have a possible high-low break and retest right here at 44, 44, where's this at? 44,961. So I'll watch it. Again, I don't like how the price action here just kind of slows down at the higher high. Again, I need a really strong push up, retracement, continuation up higher. I don't like this price action right here because what this is telling me is that price doesn't have enough power behind this candle here, and it's probably going to fake out and pull back into the range. Right? I don't like that candle right there. See how it pulls back down? I'm not going to take this as a high-low break and retest. It's not even closing, so there's not going to be an entry there anyways to begin with. All right, so no entry there for high-low break and retest. Again, it's probably going to attempt right here on this next candle. So probably another reattempt right there. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. So as market continues to go sideways like this, I mean, right now the sweeps are hitting. So if you're catching the sweeps here, there's a sweep at this higher high, right? Quick sweep right there for 40 points. And then there's another sweep right here from this higher low, right back up for 40 points. So there's entries coming up. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for, right? We're in a sideways market right now, so these sweeps are coming up pretty nice. Yeah, price is basically just sweeping back and forth, guys. We had another, so it's basically it's sweeping back and forth. Sweep right here off this higher high, sweep right here off this higher low, and then another sweep right here off this higher high back down. There's a possible high-low break and retest right here setting up, but again, like I said, I'm watching the price action here. The price action is not super smooth, or at least not as smooth as I'd like. So right here again at 961, you can see our price is having trouble getting past that area. You get about 30 seconds left on this candle here. Okay, I'll look to maybe get into this right here for a high-low break and retest. Let's see. Never mind. I take it back. I don't like the price action here. Like I said, if it closed above this area, I would have taken it, but I don't like how it's kind of just sitting right there. So there's a high-low break and retest here that's currently running. I'm not in this position here. I didn't like how this candle here closed. It was kind of just sitting right here at the entry point. I wanted it to close above where it was up here, retest it, and push back up higher. Not to say that this isn't going to play through, but the price action here just wasn't in for my liking. What I can see here is there's two things that may happen. This high-low break and retest may play through. The other thing that may play through here is a possible fake out, right? Fake out and pull back into this lower range. So yeah, I don't like the price action right there. If you guys are in it, I'll follow it for you guys. Again, I'm not in this position. Just following it for you guys here as a high-low break and retest. Yeah, so we'll see if price continues to push up from here. It looks like it probably will, but the volatility here is just not there. It's kind of slow right now. So this will probably push up, but it's going to be a slow roll to the upside. And that's what I don't want, right? I don't want to be in a slow roll. I want this to hit right away. So we got the 30 right there marked up. If it does hit the 30, I do highly recommend moving your stop loss in profit to 10 points. All right, so kind of flat right here. This is exactly what I didn't want to get stuck in, because typically this would have hit my TP already. This thing looks like it might be running for a couple minutes, a lot longer than, what I would have liked. All right. So price is pushing up, like I said, but it is a slow roll to the upside. All right. All right, price is still pushing up again at that 30. I'd be looking for price to or for stop loss to get moved in profit. All right, guys. So I'm glad I didn't get into this position. You can see it's doing exactly what I just mentioned. It's a slow roll to the upside, right? I don't like trades like this because at this point it tests my trade psychology and I would be second thinking my trade at this point. Um, it's doing exactly what I expected. Basically, price over here, the volatility is too slow. Price is kind of going back and forth. I don't want to be stuck in a position like this where I'm kind of holding it for this long. Still hasn't hit 30 yet, so my stop loss wouldn't have been moved in profit at this point. And right here, I would be basically shooting bricks at this point because these trades are not supposed to run for this long, right? These are scalp entries. They're supposed to hit within a few minutes. You can see over here, these are the previous entries that came up. Sweep. This one over here, a few minutes. This one, 2, 3 minutes. Sweep, a minute. This sweep, a minute. This one right here is now running for about 6 minutes in. It's not very long, but for a scalp, it is definitely a lot longer than you want to hold it. If the scalp runs for more than 10 minutes, at that point, it's no longer a scalp, it's turning into a day trade, and the analysis has to shift a little bit. Yeah, CJ said a high-low break and retest and an MPS V2 running at the same time right now. So yeah, there's a high-low break and retest, which was obviously here that I marked up. And there's also an MPS V2, which is running a little bit higher on this candle. Yeah, it looks like this might be the market volatility for the rest of the day. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking anything today, guys. If you guys are just joining in, there's a lot of entries that came up already so far. We had the momentum breakout hit full TP, 100 points. We had the orb entry over here hit 100 points as well. We had a couple scalps over here, sweep, high-low break and retest, high-low scalp, sweep, sweep, and another high-low break and retest currently running alongside the MPS V2. Here are my stats for the week so far, so I'm not really forced to take anything. I did pretty good yesterday, so I'm kind of just sitting back, waiting for opportunity to come present itself. But these are my stats for the week, for the month, and for the year. Currently up 65,000 for the week so far. It's actually a little bit higher, closer to 70. This doesn't include all of my accounts. These are my stats for the month so far, 124,300. And then my stats for the year so far, I am currently up 706,530. So nice upwards trend right here with regards to my equity curve. And I'm just taking it easy, right? I'm not forcing any trades here. If it doesn't fit my criteria, I'm not going to take it. Like I said right here, this trade can still hit. I'm not going to fade my own analysis, but like I said, this thing is running for way too long. And I don't want to hold on to positions for that long. I already expected this to happen. That's why I decided not to take it. Nice. So Sam over here actually took the entry earlier. He took it for a smaller target. I think he typically takes the entries for about 15 points. So 15 points definitely got hit right there. And we are now just waiting for, it to push higher. Probably make some adjustments here. Nice. Chris said he took the MPS V2 for 15 points and got out fast. Smart. 15 is a good threshold. If you guys are looking for a quick scalp, 15 points, easy to get in and out very quickly. If you want to go even tighter, 10 points, but 15 points typically gets hit most of the time. That's usually what Sam's been doing. He's been getting in and out quickly for all positions for about 15 points, which is smart. I mean, that's probably the best thing to do right here with this type of market. So here we go again. Sideways move. And I'll be looking for anything else here that may come up. This thing is still consolidating. All right, guys. So still nothing here. Price is doing exactly what we talked about. Price consolidation, fake out, pull back into the range. So right here, you guys can see this is not a good market to be taking directional entries. If anything, sweeps are your best friend here. So if you want to take another sweep, sweep level is going to be right here at the lower low at 44,910. As you guys can see right here, obviously I dodged a bullet by not taking an entry here. Analysis is pretty much lining up exactly how I thought it would. Right here, we're currently in this consolidation phase. Eventually, I do think price will probably continue climbing up. Might not happen right now, might happen later in the session. But right now, we're going to be stuck in this consolidation range for a while. So if you want to take something, sweeps are probably going to be your best option. I wouldn't take any directional moves until price pushes probably past the 45,000 right here. So I have to push past this area and sit above this upper area right here. Right there, I might look for some entries, but right now, nothing. So again, guys, no entries for me today so far. There are a lot of entries that came up, but I didn't take any of them because they didn't meet my criteria or I just didn't get filled. The orb didn't fill for me. Price pretty much shot through it, continued climbing, never came back to fill at the opening range high. And then for these high-low break and retest, these didn't actually fill either. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I do think overall price will still be very bullish, but as of now, not really expecting much. Just going to be playing it safe here. Let's see. Sam said fair value gap on the 1 minute is about to be filled for F fair value gap traders. Waiting for the reaction. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. So for me, I don't trade fair value gaps, but I like to watch the reaction to fair value gaps because either they're going to get stopped out or the bounce is going to happen. So I'm with you on that one, Sam. I typically don't like to, or I never take fair value gap entries. I know how to identify them, so I look at them to see if they get manipulated out. Oh man, this market's got to be kind of tired, lazy. It's just a boring market right now. It's been kind of consolidating within this area. Let's see, for about 31 minutes. All the fun happened earlier. So the last 30 minutes or the first 30 minutes of market open, that's when all the fun was happening right here. Now market's been pretty slow for the past 30 minutes. So um yeah, I mean I'll keep looking for entries here, but of course not going to force anything. We're starting to get a flip in direction of market structure. So you can see over here everything was very bullish. The 1 minute's now back to neutral. So we're currently back to neutral on the 1 minute. Which looks like we're starting to get a shift back down. The shift here is probably going to be temporary. It's probably not going to hold for that long. It's doing exactly what I talked about earlier. So let's go back to the 1 hour candle. So the 1 hour candle over here, right? I mentioned this candle is a very strong green candle. So whenever you have something like that, price will typically retrace back to the halfway mark. Um, so it's got some ways to go, but eventually, price is probably going to retrace back to this middle point. Let me just measure this candle here. So 276. About 138 is going to be the direction. All right, so this is basically going to be 138. So this is kind of where I'm expecting the retracement to happen. Yeah, so you could probably expect a retracement to happen around this area right here. So if it does pull back and reverse, it's probably going to pull back to the 44,826. That's if it pulls back that far. I don't know if it'll pull back that far, but 826, which is actually not that far. It's like right here, basically the midway point. So it looks like we're getting another fake out right here. If you guys took this as a sweep, possible fake out and swing back up slightly. Sam said, LOL, what can we do? There's nothing here for me. Yeah, exactly, Sam. And there's nothing here for me either. So I'm not looking to take anything right now. I mean, there's sweeps that are possible right here, but the volatility here is starting to die down a bit too. So these sweeps have to be pretty tight. The ATR is at 17. Not that I would take the sweep there, but if you were to take it, I mean, the volatility here is pretty flat. At this point, price is starting to shift to the downside. So I don't know if I would even take any sweeps at this point. I would wait for price to actually confirm the reversal and then possibly write it down. But I wouldn't take anything here because the overall direction is still overall bullish. So we'll see. Man. All right, we got price flipping back down right here. We have a change of character right here, change of structure for the 1 minute time frame. Price is broken below this area here. I'm going to start marking up some structure here as price establishes structure. All right, so there goes the range right there. All right, yeah, nothing here, guys. We have a fair value gap right here. If anybody's looking to take that, possible break and retest off that there. Continuation lower from there. All right, if there's any questions, guys, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Just don't see anything here right now. All right, price is dropping lower. So we'll see here if it continues to drop from this point. If there's anything you guys want me to take a look at, feel free to let me know. I just don't have anything here at the moment. We do have structure right there. Sam said sell MPS V2 miss due to sweep risk. Yeah. So there was a sell MPS V2 right here. Sell signal, price push down, retracement confirmation. If you guys would have taken that right there, MPS V2 to the downside. So momentum pullback scout V2, for those of you who are not familiar with the strategy, for that strategy right there, we had a sell momentum, which was right here. Price pushed down, retraced on this green one, confirmed on this red one. So momentum, pullback, and then scalp right there. That's where the entry would have been. but Sam skipped it due to the risk of a possible sweep happening, which possibly could happen there, but now price is flipping to the downside. So price continues to drop from here. Target price point is going to be the opening price right here, dotted blue line. Nothing for me to take, guys. 7:30 right now. All right, I'm gonna step away for 1 second. All right, I am back and still nothing happening here. We have a new lower low right here. It's not established yet, but that is a new lower low currently. Not really expecting too much. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I'll answer whatever questions you guys have. But as of now, it's nothing to take. All right, nothing going on, guys. Price is dumping. Price is dumping, but there just isn't any there's no setups here because this low has not been established yet. All right, so this lower low here has been invalidated, it's been mitigated, so now we have a new lower low right there. Price is still dropping lower. Like I said earlier, we're creating this reversal right here. It's doing exactly what I mentioned over here on the 1 hour, right? So let's go back to the 1 hour. See where I said price would retrace down to? It did exactly that, right? Where did price bounce off of? That black line I drew right there. So one of two things are going to happen here. Price is either going to bounce off this line here and continue right back up, or it's going to full on reverse and fill the rest of this green candle right here. So look for either market reaction for a bounce or look for market reaction to break and close and continue lower from here. And this is the 1 hour chart. See, nothing here really changes, guys. I've been trading for so long that whenever I see big candles like this, I already expect a retracement to happen, especially if it's during New York session. So yeah, price dropping lower. This could be a possible nice sweep area right here off this higher low, 44,802. Christian said, "Have a good day, guys. I'm heading out. Don't think we're gonna have entries until after 11." Yeah, no, and I agree with you too. It's 7:30 right now, so see the news for today. There's not really much. We just had gas stock change right here at 7:30. It's about it. All right, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, let's see if we get a full-on reversal from here back up, or if we get a continuation down. So like I said, there's two things that could happen here at this 1 hour. It's either going to bounce off this halfway mark and continue climbing up higher, or it's going to break below and fill the rest of the candle. Just a matter of time. 7:34. We still got about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go down and grab some water real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So looking at that retracement or a bounce off that 44,826 right there, it's bouncing off perfectly. And we'll see if we get a push back up. Yeah, and Sam's also watching the ATR. The ATR is actually picking back up, guys. We're currently at 19 ATR, so we're picked up from 17. And we'll see here if the volatility continues to pick back up higher. Overall direction is still pretty bullish. Overall trend here is also very bullish still. All right, let's see. So two things are going to happen here. Either volatility picks up and it pushes through this area, or we're just going to get a new consolidation zone down here. ATR is currently at 19, so we'll see what happens in a few. But yeah, it looks like we're either going to get a consolidation zone right here sideways, or price is going to actually break through here. Volatility picks up and it continues climbing. Yeah, Sam said ran up before, but many times it comes back down to take their stop loss. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. So we got price pushing back up right here. This high hasn't been established yet. I'm waiting for this high to be established before I can start looking for opportunities. But yeah, guys, not going to force anything here. No new structure here yet. All right, looks like price is coming back down. So it looks like it's creating a new consolidation range down here. Um, I mean, it did exactly what we talked about. So right here, price rejected off that midway point. There's two things again that are going to happen here. Price is either going to bounce off that point or just going to break below and fill the rest of the candle. Looking at this right now, price is attempting to swing back down. So with that being the case, we have a new high right here. New high, but again, price is just going sideways. Next opportunity here would be a possible break and retest off structure and continuation of higher. All right, so looking at my screeners, majority of stuff here is kind of mixed now. It's not really one-sided. Looking over here at this current screener, it's 1 minute bearish, 5 minute strong bullish, 15-minute neutral, 30-minute bullish, 4 bullish, and 4 hour bullish. Yeah, I'm not liking the price action here, guys. The volatility is kind of low again, down to 18 ATR. All right, looks like we're just gonna have to keep waiting, guys. The volatility is not getting any better. All right, nothing like watching paint dry here, right? Yeah, there's nothing going on, guys. Consolidation right here down the middle. If you want to take the high-low break and retest back to the upside, price points can be right here at 44,558. That's if it actually breaks above it, which I mean it probably will eventually, but if anything, we're now in this new consolidation area. All right, so there's a new low here, guys. So this is probably gonna get mitigated. Wrong tool. Yeah. This market wasn't completely boring. It was pretty exciting earlier. So the first 30 minutes is pretty nice, and then for this past hour, it's been pretty flat. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. If we don't get much happening here, we might just wrap this up a little earlier than usual. 7:45 right now, 15 minutes till 8 o'clock. My cutoff for trading is 8 o'clock, but the volatility here is so slow that I'm probably not going to have any trades from here, regardless. ATR is currently at 17, so we're back to 17. Um, I mean, we'll see if we just all of a sudden start getting a bullish push here. Could be the case. But I don't really see anything here that I personally would want to take. Even if I get a high-low break and retest right here, I don't think I would want to take it because volatility is so low. See if also let's get in from here. Yeah, if I'd like to get in from here, target's going to be right there. It's not too bad. The target's going to be right there, but the stop loss is also going to be right there, which is kind of tight for the sideways market. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so not much right here, guys. Again, price is just going back and forth. 746. Yeah, this is actually getting worse, guys. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. It's 7:46 right now. I'm not really expecting much to happen here. This is a type of market that's going to it's going to tempt you guys to take bad entries. So I think to keep things efficient, I'd probably just call it a day, even for myself. At this point right here, I think if you are looking for entries, you are definitely going to be looking to FOMO because there's nothing here to take. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're looking for buy or a sell, right? If you're looking for a sell, possible high low break over here. So possibly high low break and retest at this point, but there's not much structure and there's not much direction. The overall direction here is still bullish. So I think anything here for a sell is going to be very tricky. This is probably going to be very short term. And what could happen here is possibly price break below, lure in some sellers, pull price right back up into this range, and then possibly sit here for a little bit before it ends up climbing up higher, right? There's no catalyst here really pushing price around. I don't think there's any speakers today. Um, well, there's a Fed speaking later at 10 o'clock, but that's about it. Other than that, tomorrow we have jobless claims, PPI, producer price index. We have some pretty decent news events tomorrow morning, kind of shake up market a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean, other than that, not really too much here. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend chasing this, guys. It really looks like a bad idea. I mean, just looking at this here, I mean, it might not retrace or reverse completely right now, but I can see the retracement reversal happening here. Looking over here at the 1 hour. So looking at the 1 hour over here, this looks like price is, I mean, it's still at that area, that halfway mark. Again, like I said earlier, it's either going to bounce off this halfway mark and push back up, or it's going to fill the entire candle and maybe possibly reverse back down further. Yeah, exactly. So Sam over here mentioned, so everyone who bought before their stop loss just got hit. Yeah. That's why I warned you guys about this. I said don't chase the buys here because eventually price is going to pull back. There hadn't been any retracement from today. Price pushed up almost 300 points for today with no retracement. Yeah, exactly, 302 points. And if you measured it from London session over here, prices pushed up, almost 500 points. So if you measure right here from London Open, 474 points, basically 500 right there. No retracement. And now here goes a retracement. We got a new structure right here. There we go with the structure, guys. There's technically a high-low break and retest that's currently running right now. I mean, I wouldn't go against it. My overall direction is still very bullish. Yeah, if you look down here, the overall trend is still very, or market structure is still very bullish. The 1 minute is bearish, but everything else is bullish right now. All right, guys, it's 7:50. Yeah, Sam says there's a sweep approaching. I could see it possibly right there at the high low, 811. This is where it becomes a problem because even if we do get that, there's also a target right here where price can kind of reach. So that retest is still, let's see, it's still running. High low break and retest off this higher low right here. Yeah, Sam said maybe sweep at hourly open once we close our session. Yeah, I could see that happening. So it's 7:51 right here. There could be a possible sweep right here at this 44,797. Then from there, possible push right back up. Who knows? Anyways, here is the high-low break and retest, guys. Still running in profit, but I think I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. So, all right, if there's any other questions, guys, feel free to put them in the chat right now. Otherwise, market's probably going to stay pretty flat. It might continue retracing down. Target price point is going to be opening price right here. That high-low break and retest is currently running in profit. So there we go. As price drops down lower, clean this up a little bit. Next target price point is going to be right here at the New York opening. Rashida mentioned we may just go back to open. Trump is going to be on at 11:15. Thanks, Rashida, for the heads up. I didn't realize Trump was speaking today. So yeah, if that's the case, price here might continue dropping until like around Trump's speech, and then from there it'll probably correct back up. All right, guys, I think this is going to be it for me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Yeah, there's just nothing here right now. So there's no need to force anything. Today overall has been pretty decent though. So if you look around, pretty decent with regard to with regard to actual entries that came up. All right, there's nothing here, guys. As you guys can see, price here is this high low break and retest, or yeah, high low break and retest right there is about to hit full TP for 40 points. I was tempted to get into this once I saw price kind of dropping a little bit because I was expecting price to come down to the open, but it's just not really there. Yeah, it's just not really there. And I think it's best to just wrap it up. So. All right, guys, looking back at the entries for today. So looking over here, we had a momentum breakout hit full TP 100 points. We have the orb over here, which hit breakout as well for 100 points. We had a sweep right here on open. We had a high-low break and retest right immediately after open at 632. We had this is an MPSV2. We had a sweep, MPSV2. And right now we have a high-low break and retest to the downside. And other than that, that's about it. But all right, guys, I think that's going to be it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, solid trading day overall. We got Lila over here, which locked in some profits. Nice work, Lila. I should thanks King Sean, even if it's 999 don't post, but this is her goal. So Lila over here locked in some pretty good profit. Let me show you guys what she locked in so far. So solid work right there on catching that, Lila. Here are her profits. She locked in 1,083 for the day. So no trades for me, guys. Again, here are my stats for the week. I'm currently up 65,000, so I'm not really forced to take anything right now because I did pretty good yesterday, and I'm just waiting for the good entries to come up. Currently on a win streak for August right now. Had a win on Friday the 1st, win on the 5th, and a win yesterday on the 12th. Other than that, these are my stats. So 65,000 for the week, 124,300 for the month, and 706,000 for the year. So, it's all about consistency, guys. I'm just trying to stay consistent. I'm not looking to get into anything too crazy. I'm not trying to catch any crazy trades every single day. I'm just looking for the good entries to come up and I'll take them as they appear. But other than that, I think that's it. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, I am going to close this out for the day. It's 7:56 right now, about 4 minutes till 8 o'clock. Not really expecting much to happen from here until then. Trump's supposed to speak later at 11:15. Thanks to Rashida for bringing that up. So if you guys want to trade, probably wait till closer to that time because the volatility is probably going to stay flat from now. So, all right, guys, I'm wrapping this up. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise,